boy thinks your mom is a MILF.
Alright, Game Changers, welcome back to another video here today. Now, I have absolutely no sort of explanation as to what you just saw in the intro clip. All I can say is that if I had to see it, so did you. Now, I think it's pretty evident that working constantly without any breaks is pretty exhausting. Whether they are long hours or working without any days off.
I'm tired of suffering. I'm tired of suffering.
Now, we know that time off from work is a good thing for our productivity, health, and mental well-being. We also know that having time off when you have a baby is called maternity leave for mothers and paternity leave for fathers. But what if I told you that there was a woman who wanted a maternity leave without having any children?
Huh?
That's what I said. But before I show you guys that clip, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter so you can follow all that I tweet out. And make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to become part of the Game Changing community here, because I cover viral videos, trending videos, and videos that, of course, make no goddamn sense. Anyways, if that sounds interesting, let's get into it.
A bit of history on you. You used to be the editor of a magazine. You're now have written this book. You clearly are a bright young woman. Surely you cannot believe in what you have written. This must all be a ploy just to sell this book.
So just to give you a little context here, this 38-year-old woman named Megan Foy has created a novel in which a woman fakes a pregnancy to quote-unquote have it all, but it's not purely fiction.
Okay.
Of course, the author herself believes that every woman deserves all of the perks of maternity leave, just, you know, without kids.
Are you stupid or something?
Oh, no, no. This was, an article that I worked on with the Post, and yeah, I was not trying to say that I think that there should be mandated me time for all single women, but there was really something that I did for me that I was in my early 30s. Many of my friends were settling down, and I was working, and I had poured myself into my job, and I thought, I looked around me and I thought, this is actually what I want too. So
now look, I get it. When you see women being able to take time off of work to take care of their kids, it means that they are literally taking time off to take care of their kids.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
But you'd get very frustrated when you'd look around your office and there would be women leaving on the dot to go home and pick their kids up from school or be home for when the childcare left, or whatever the reason for having to get home to your kids is. You found that very frustrating, and you found that you had to pick up the slack for these women.
yeah, and I think I definitely felt this way in my 20s and my early 30s, where I would see people around me leaving, and I just would compare, my work day to theirs, and I would get a little bit frustrated, thinking, why is that fair? It seems like that women with kids have an excuse. However,
but it's quite a good excuse,
people
isn't
feel
it?
that way.
I mean, it's quite a good,
of course,
it's sort of,
yeah.
I mean, on one hand, I can see the frustration because of this, but like the host said, it is a good excuse.
You're correct, sir.
The author of the book, if I were to guess, now she didn't plain out say it, but probably internally is frustrated that she isn't married with kids yet. That just might be adding more to this whole thing.
Hey, that's pretty good.
All right then, so what is the basis of it? What are you actually saying? What is the basis of your idea?
Well, this is really kicked off from my totally fictional, satiric novel.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop you fucking lying.
But it's just this idea that sometimes, when you're single, you can get really burned out, and there is no real way to ask for some time off in a major way. And so this was just my concept to come up with a word to say, this is a way for people who are burned out in the office to ask for some time off.
Can't you do that at the weekends? Can't you sort of think about getting, where am I going? What am I doing at the weekends? And then go back to work on Monday?
Not only weekends or your days off, but also your vacation days. Personally, I think that we should all take vacation days, even if it's for a short time, to get a break from work.
But when you took your time off, were you suggesting that you should still be paid for it in some way, as when a woman goes on maternity leave, or paternity leave for a father even?
So I think honestly, I'm not saying this should be a policy at all, because it's totally individual with your employer. But if you have developed a really good relationship and you're looked at as a strong worker, why not? Why is it such a terrible thing to ask for some time off to come back to be a more productive, better worker?
Now tell me, which employer in their right mind would let an employee take time off to de-stress and then pay them for it? Who? That literally makes no goddamn sense, because time is money, and if you're not being productive and still expecting to be paid, then you're just out of your mind.
But what happens when you're not there? Who picks up the slack then?
I mean, I think that's what you work out individually with your employer, and you figure it out to manage it.
Motherfucker.
And so, what about men?
I mean, this is a concept for them too. I mean, what I've heard in putting this out there, I've heard from so many people saying thank you for naming something that I've really been feeling, and I've not had a word to describe this, but now that I feel like maybe I can ask for this type of time off.
Isn't this just like pandering to a bunch of tree huggers, where you say, you know, what I need now is I just need my thinking time. I haven't got time for work. I need some reflection.
No, I mean, this is really not coming from just having time for reflection. This is coming from a place of you've worked for an incredibly long time and you are feeling super burned out and you don't really have any other option. And this is a time to come, to take a little step back and to just figure out, is what I'm doing working for me? Are my strategies really working here? Is this working for my entire life? And then come back and get some ideas and make yourself a better, more productive person in the workplace.
I am going to remind you in advance that I'm very sorry and I apologize for the inconvenience of me not giving a fuck what you think. Look the fuck out of here.
And in reality, I think that is exactly what the employer would say if you were to ask him or her, hey boss, can I have a maternity? I've been really stressed out at work, so I need some paid time off, to kind of self-reflect and to, also come back more productive.
You serious?
Get the fuck out of here.
But anyways, let me know all of your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell to be notified every single time I upload a video. Now with that being said, this is GCP signing off.